All right, here's our last video. Hopefully now you're kind of sitting there going, Ms. Wassmuth, I got this. Let me just do it. And if you want to do that, if we want to pause the video and give you a minute to work on the problem by yourself and then check your answers, that's fine with me. And if you're actually getting to this video in the classroom, you guys can vote on it with your substitute and see what she thinks. All right, so our last problem. 7% of the customers on Chibo Airlines reported lost luggage. If there were 2,200 customers, how many reported lost luggage? All right. All right, so I'm going to start again with the estimation. So again, 7% is about close to 10%, a little bit less. So I'm going to find 10% of 2,200. 10. 100. All right, so 10 can go into 22 two times. 2 times 10 is 20. 22 minus 20 is 2. Bring down a 0, and now I have 20. 10 goes into 20 two times. 2 times 10 is 20. Gives me a 0. Bring down my last 0. 10 goes into 0 0 times. 0 times 10 is 0, and I'm done. So 10% is 220. So I should get an answer less than 220. If I get an answer bigger than 220, I know my answer is not reasonable, and so therefore I need to try again. All right. So let's start with my percent part. 0% is 0. 100% is 2,200. And I already know that 10% is 220. All right. But I really only want 7%. So I want like this line down here. I want this much. All right. So what could I do? Well, here's my idea. I'm going to kind of erase this to help me see what I'm doing. And you're probably going, Ms. Wassmuth, why did you do that? Bear with me. All right. So I know what 10% is. It's 220. But I really want 7%. So I'm going to draw the line. I really want 7%. All right. How could I do that? 7%. 7%. Well, here's what my brain is thinking. All right. And part of the reason my brain is thinking this, because 10% ends in a 0. I think what I want is I want to find out what 1% is. So then if I find out what 1% is, I could do 1% times 7, and that would give me my 7% that I'm looking for, right? All right. So there's a couple different ways I can do this, okay? 1% is 1/100th of 100%. So I could do 2,200 divided by 100. I could do that, and that would give me an answer that would help me find 1%. Or I also know that 1% is 1/10 of 10%. So I could also do 220 divided by 10, okay? Because, again, still 1% times 10 gives me 10%. So I could divide 220 by 10, and that would give me 1%. And that looks a little bit more manageable than dividing 2,200 by 100, and I should really get the same answer. So 10 goes into 22 two times. 2 times 10 is 20. 22 minus 20 is 2. Bring down my 0. 10 goes into 20 two times. 2 times 10 is 20. 20 minus 20 is 0. And check it out, I have an answer, 22. So 1% is 22. So 1% is 22. So 1% is 22 people times 7. That'll give me my answer. So 2 times 7 is 14. Carry my 1. And 7 is 14 plus 1 is 15. So 154 people lost their luggage. All right, so let's check it with the proportion. I have x over 2,200 equals 7% over 100. Now this is where it's kind of cool. All right, so I can look and see, 100. Well, hey, look at this. 100 times 22 would give me 2,200, right? So again, I could do 7 times 22, and that would give me x. And again, I already know that 7 times 22 is 154. So there we go. Either way I do it, I have 154 people who have reported lost luggage. I hope that this lesson has made sense. I know that we as a class have had a lot of success with drawing pictures. Most of us have. And so I'm really hoping the percent bars will help us. For those of you who feel like drawing pictures isn't your strong suit, we'll work a lot more with the proportions and the numbers as well. So I figure between the two different ways of solving problems, we can hopefully find a problem-solving process that everybody can use and be successful with. I'll see you guys tomorrow.